Hey everybody, Cheryl here, and today I wanted to share with you an experience I had in the salon the other day. Now I'm smiling right now, but that day I was not. It was Tuesday in the salon this week. One of the young ladies who's a teenager who cleans for us, folds towels, mops floors, yada yada yada. Anyway, she is a great little worker, and she had an appointment to get her hair done Tuesday morning. They were still out of school. And I got this bright idea Tuesday morning that I would do a YouTube live, and I would show the balayage technique I was using on her, and then I would do a second video showing shadow basing and toning at the same time that I would complete her look with. Now, first mistake I made was don't decide things like that on the spur of the moment. Okay, so we get in, we get set up, I get excited, and I did do the YouTube live for the balayage segment up to a point where the owner of the salon comes in, walks up behind my camera, which is attached to the ring light, and she says, we've got a water leak, and they're going to come fix it. So I had to wrap up my venture there. And, of course, that automatically uploads to YouTube, which was fine. I was 3/4 of the way done with that application. You can go back and reference that if you choose to, if you need some help with balayage. I'm still in the learning stages of filming, so don't get real excited. That I got a long way to go with that. Anyway, that's not the bad part of the day. So while we're waiting for them to come and work on the water and yada yada yada, we still had water to use, so I could still complete her hair. But then what happened was it was time to shampoo it, shadow base it, and tone it. And we all have those days and those moments in the salon. It's not that we don't know. Sometimes it is that we don't know. But in this particular case, it wasn't that I didn't know what to tone it with. It was that I stood there over my color, made my selection, overthought it, and ultimately, without going into too much detail, because it doesn't matter, every color formulation is pertinent to the client that you're putting it on. So, anyway, I applied the shadow base and the toner. I melted them together. I was excited, kind of sad, because I didn't get to do the second video because we're still waiting for them to come and look at the water. Anyway, I went and I shampooed her hair, and when I did, I realized my bad judgment call. It's that moment in the salon, and we all have it. It's that moment when you're like, shit, what? Seriously? I shampooed her hair out. Her hair was absolutely beautiful. It was the same beautiful color we had started with that morning. I don't know when recently I've been so mad at myself. And I thought, as I blow dried, I think, well, maybe some more lights will show up. But, okay. So we're all feeling like you're listening to me and you're feeling that moment. So I took a deep breath, and there wasn't anything to do but start literally over from the beginning, reapply the balayage technique, so on and so forth. Obviously, I didn't make another video on that. So, why do I want to share a quote-unquote bad day for me in the salon? What I want to share with you is that we all have those days. You're going to feel it, you're going to experience it, and I can't even tell you how mad I was. After I got the second part applied, the owner of the salon was there working on one of her clients, and I said, you know what, I just need to regroup. So she needed to process for a good 45 to 50 minutes. So I don't live far from the salon. I ran home, got my little fur babies out, walked them, got a little fur baby love, put them back up, and then I went to Sonic and got me an iced French vanilla coffee, like my favorite. And I just sat in the car for a couple minutes and I just took a deep breath. Because by that point, I had convinced myself that I should, literally, in a matter of an hour, I had convinced myself that I was a worthless hairdresser. I shouldn't be doing hair. I probably needed to get a job somewhere, working at a post office. I probably send you the wrong mail that day. My point is, when you have those days, you may not be able to go home and walk your dog and get a little fur baby love. You may not be able to run to Sonic and get your favorite drink. You may not be able to do anything but keep right on moving. And that's what I did. I kept right on moving. But I did take those few minutes to step away from the situation and regroup. Now, for your information, just so you know, the end result was absolutely beautiful. It's on my Instagram at color1up, COLOR, the number 1 and up. And all that information will be on this post. Now, there's a couple more things I wanted to add to this one. We're all involved. If you're watching this, there's a good chance that you're involved in our secret forums on social media for hairstylists. And one of the things I've seen a lot of, and I don't mean a little bit, I mean a lot of, someone reaching for help and someone else more or less almost picking a fight. Here's the thing. When somebody reaches out for help, they didn't ask for your opinion of their knowledge. They asked for help with that situation. So at that moment, you, as a stylist, with whatever knowledge you have the opportunity, and you have a choice. You have a choice to choose between class or ass. I don't care if I'm not supposed to say the word ass on here. I'm just telling you, some of you are acting like an ass. And here's the sad part about it. We all know you're being an ass. You're not doing anything that we're not aware of. But some of you actually have valuable information. But understand this. When you choose ass over class, what's happening is they're shutting down. They are completely shutting down, and they're not hearing your information because they're hearing your judgment and the way you're presenting it. Now, I doubt you really care what I say or what they have to say. I also want to talk to the people who respond to them. Don't respond. Just like literally skip over it. Just buzz right on past it. Because you can watch them and you can look and you can see. That's how they begin to feel better about themselves, is by choosing ass over class. I think we have enough challenges in this industry. We have challenges with clients who don't show up, who show up late, who demand this, who demand that. The world of color has exploded into things we never thought early on in the industry would ever have to face. We get enough. Let's not do it to each other. Just don't do it. And if somebody does it, just don't feed it. Because you can spot them. They're as clear. They're lit up. Because the first thing they do is they act an ass. And then they accuse somebody else of being sensitive. You're not going to hurt my feelings. Go ahead. I was raised by an alcoholic. I married an abusive man. You're not going to hurt my feelings. I'm okay with your snarky remarks. I've seen them on my post. I just skip right over them. I don't have time for your negative energy. And I hope some of you stylists gather up the courage to scroll right on past them. I hope everybody has a good day and remembers that if you have a bad day in the salon, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Realign. You can still end up with beautiful results. Look for me on Instagram at color1up, COLOR, the number 1 and up, and on YouTube at Cheryl Segraves, SEGRA, V as in Victory, ES, and remember, don't put an A in the first part of my last name. Everybody have a great day behind the chair.